Hey guys, and welcome back to another Access 72 video. In today's video I'm back with another interview and I'm here with Ashley Williams. Ashley, how are we?
How's it going, bro? Good, yeah.
Yes, that's great, and it's a pleasure to have you back on the channel. Of course, now you're 1-0 and a flyweight and is 31, just in case anybody else don't know. And so if you're new around here and you haven't subscribed, please do so. Like the video if you do like the video, and let's get straight into it. So, we're going to be speaking about the fight you've just had, and then we'll speak a bit about the upcoming fight you've got March 10th. So just kind of to start off with, of course this was your professional debut, and so were you feeling any kind of nerves or anything like that before the fight?
Yeah, it was all nerve bubbles again. I haven't fought in 5 years, so it was good to get back out there and let the hands go again.
Yes, definitely. And so, you had a big fan base around Review. I've seen the fights, and it seemed like you had a lot of support. And so, how much did that kind of fuel you, that support?
Yeah, I have a brilliant support from up here in Wiltshire, and I had a really good support also from my hometown in my stake. So yeah, well, few coming from Regen, from a few from my regiment as well, from the Royal Welsh. So I'm quite lucky. Obviously, being in the army, I've spread myself around the world. So I know a lot of people from up and down, up and down the countries.
No, definitely, they were in full voice. And so, your opponent, he wasn't a journeyman from what I saw, and he's in a similar kind of position to you. This was his professional debut as well, and so, was it quite tough to fight somebody who actually was wanting to fight and was up for more of a fight then, compared to maybe like a journeyman?
No, it was good. It was good to get in there and well, the 4-round fight. So yeah, it wasn't anything new to me really for the rounds, really, because I've done 5 rounds before. I know how to do 4 rounds. That's easy enough. So it wasn't anything new to me that end. But obviously being in the pro game, it was best off just 4 rounds, 3 minutes. So it was just nice and steady for me really. But it was good to kind of feel the nerve bubbles again and get myself back out there. It wasn't new to me at all really.
Okay.
And kind of going on myself there. It's just yeah, it wasn't anything I hadn't felt before, but it was on the pro game. Do you mean? So something different.
Okay, that's fair. And so, there's something I liked a lot with your performance was the amount of body shots you were throwing. And was that kind of always part of the plan to throw them kind of stinging body shots?
I've kind of learned in the pro game, you've got to go to the body, you've got to wear them down. Something I was good at in the amateurs as well, but obviously over 3 rounds it didn't really pay its toll. But when I get to over a distance of 8, 10, 12, those body shots are going to start.
Definitely.
Going to start paying its toll in the later rounds. So I always go to the body early. I let my opponent feel the body shots quite early on.
Okay, that's good to know. And so, you did manage to get a knockdown in the 2nd round, I believe. And so, what kind of was going through your head when you get that knockdown?
Well, it was a decent knockdown. I caught him with a good body shot and then a good uppercut. And he kind of fell forward into me. He kind of fell forward into me to kind of grab me, and as he kind of grabbed me, he kind of lost his footing and fell over. So obviously I managed to get that 8 count there, but I knew he wasn't like massively hurt, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
He was able to get back up and kind of carry on and defend for the rest of the round. So yeah, it was nice to get that. It was nice to get the knockdown. But I feel that he wasn't massively hurt by that knockdown, so he was able to carry on.
Okay, and of course, throughout that whole fight, you were constantly coming forward, very attacking. And so, would you say? You've said that you've fought 5 rounds before, but would you say that you were overly tired, or would you say your conditioning is just very good?
My conditioning is very good. Very good. Very well paced fighter. It's my accumulation of shots that affect people. I'm kind of in this pro game now. I'm kind of learning to sit down on my shots a bit better and pick my shots, because I'm going to need to do that over the longer rounds.
Definitely.
But for the 4-round fight, I only had to pace it for 3 rounds really, and then hang out the last round if I was hanging out, but I wasn't. So I kind of paced it for a 3-round fight, and then I also kind of knew I would have won them 3 rounds, and then hang out the last round if I needed to, but I didn't need to. I paced the fight at a good steady pace for myself as well, which is still quite high. And yeah, lucky enough, it was still a good pace for what should have normally been set for a 4-round fight. But it was still at a good pace for myself. So, I mean, I wasn't overdoing it. And I felt like I could have given a bit more in that last round. I still had plenty of the tank to go another 2 or 3 rounds, so that's fine.
Great. That's great.
Paced it for a 3-round fight, but I could have gone more. So that pace I could keep.
That's good to hear. And I mean, so your kind of overall thing as a whole, what did you think of the whole event? It's your first professional event, Blackflash Boxing, good company. What was your thoughts on the event as a whole?
Yeah, obviously it was my insight into professional boxing. Obviously my pro debut, and a bit of look into like what the pressure's like with ticket sales. Absolutely horrendous. It's not the nice part of boxing that any of us home fighters like. There's a lot of pressure on it, trying to make sure you're trying to sell the tickets, trying to sell yourself the best you can, and get the best fan base for the managers and promoters to want to put you on. So I mean, there's that. I was unlucky enough just now. Obviously, I've just missed out on the Joe Cordina and the card and stuff like that. I was hoping to maybe get on that, but obviously stuff have come up from there's other boys who were selling more tickets and are most probably better appealing to a crowd in Wales at the minute than I am. So they've got the bill, which is obviously disappointing for me because I want big fights. I don't really want to be on small hall shows where I'm having to fight maybe journeyman or something like that. I want to fight people who want to come to win, and I'm there to win. I want to entertain my crowd for what they pay for. I don't want them to turn up and see me fight an opponent who's trying to get the rounds in and trying to get his money out of me. I want to be there with fighters who were there to win the same as I am and pick up titles, and that's one of the reasons now why I've teamed up with Tony Borg, like going down to that gym where champions have been training alongside Gavin Gwynn. Right. I mean, we've got Rashid who just won the Welsh title. We got Gab Gwynn there. I've got Josh John, who I'm sparring with on a weekly basis. All champions, all looking to be world title holders potentially. So we're all there for the same thing, and that's one of the reasons why I've just teamed up with Tony Borg.
No, yeah, they're a great company. I mean, a great group, and we've had Joshua John on the channel. He seems like a great guy, like you said, very determined to get to the top as well. And so overall, I mean, you've kind of said that you've now got in with this new group of people, and so would you say preparation's been going very well?
Preparation's been going brilliant. I've been training like a professional. I go to the gym every Sunday, and I get training sessions off Tony Borg on a weekly basis. I go into my garage where I am now, and I go and do my thing. And then on a Sunday, I go down there, and I train alongside top professionals on a day in day out basis who are training for the exact same thing that I am, to be champions, and that's what I want to be around. And that's why I've come back into the game, because I mean, I don't feel like what I did in the amateurs, I don't feel like that was the end. I winning a Commonwealth medal in the amateurs was most probably the pinnacle I could have got at. But I feel I can at least fight for a British title, or I can fight for a title. I'm hoping maybe a Celtic title, or a Welsh title or something like that next. After this fight. So that's what I want. I'm in it for big fights, big nights. I want to entertain people, and then I want to leave healthy. So I'm only looking to spend maybe another year, 2 years in the game. I'm not looking to live, to stay in it for long. I just want to give. I believe that my style and what I bring to the table, well, bring to a night is entertaining, and I'll entertain the crowd. And I believe that, yeah, I'm not finished yet. Do you know what I mean? Those big nights ain't over for me yet.
Yes, that's great to hear. That's great to hear. And I mean, of course, you have got this upcoming fight. And do you kind of know too much about your opponent?
So I'm boxing the brother of the guy I boxed last time. So I boxed Sean Jackson last time. I'm boxing Stephen Jackson on this one. I was down at he's an experienced professional. And I mean, that if he wants to turn up, he can really turn up. He's a really good fighter. I mean, he has gone on the road, but the guy can fight. And he's 4 weights above what I am. I'm a flyweight, super flyweight. And I'm fighting him with bantam.
Okay.
He normally fights around bantam. He can fight with featherweight. I was there at the show the other day. He actually boxed on the Sean McGoldrick undercard.
Okay.
He boxed Brandon. He boxed Brandon Scott at featherweight. So I mean, he can go up to feather. He can come down to bantam. He's even boxed at superfly. So I mean, I'm a flyweight. So I know he's experienced, and I know he's going to be a good opponent for me on the day. I'm going to get good experience off him, I believe.
Definitely a good tough opponent. And so do you think you could possibly give me a bit of a prediction of how you think the fight's going to go?
Well, I need rounds. So like, if I can get the 6 rounds, I want the 6 rounds.
Okay.
He's fought at featherweight, I mean, but he can take a punch. He's proven he's good on the back foot. He's good on the front foot. I mean, he's proven he can defend himself. I don't think he's ever been stopped. Might have been stopped once, and I got told he'd never been stopped. So, I mean, he knows his way around the ring. He knows how to defend himself, and he knows how to attack. He knows how to be a good professional. Do you know what I mean? So to get him out there would be nice, but obviously I want to entertain my crowd. If the opening's there, I'll take it. So will he, most probably. But I mean, I'd like to get the good paced 6 rounds in to prepare me for my, title fights or something like that, where I feel I can, I would need to get the experience in as well. But obviously my main aim is to entertain my crowd. That's first worthwhile.
Definitely.
If the opening's there, I'll take it as a home fighter. If the opening's there, I'll take it. But if I can get the rounds in and I can put in a good performance, that's still a good night's work for me. And I can entertain my crowd. You know what I mean?
100%. And so I'll leave it with this final question, which of course I always like to ask. You've got a little bit of a platform here. Would you like to shout anything out?
Yeah. So obviously I'd like to say a big thank you to all my sponsors. I haven't got any top here, but obviously this is from my last fight. Obviously 50 cal. I got combat supplements there. Small Solutions, Stone Engine were a massive sponsor to me. And then obviously I've just had Elite Plumbing come on board as well, who are helping me out with my travel to go down back and forth to Tony Bogues.
Okay.
Big massive help for this camp, because it's obviously I need the sparring, and it's put me in good stead, ready to be able to move on with my professional career, train as a professional. And without these sponsors and these people behind me, I'd never be able to do what I'm doing. So obviously thanks to people like you as well, who are giving me interviews, giving me the platform to do it. It's just obviously, hopefully we can have another interview soon, and we can make it like a regular thing. You know what I mean? Thanks for having me on board. Appreciate it.
No, definitely. It's a pleasure to have you on the channel, man. And I'm sure, but by the next fight, I mean, if you're going to be fighting for a title in your next fight or something like that, then we can definitely come back and do another interview.
Yeah, well, that's the plan. I want title fights. I want big nights. I want to entertain people. Another thing I'd like to say is obviously my regiment, Royal Welsh. I'd like to thank them for the time they allowed me to get my training in. I train outside the working hours and stuff. That's my deal with the army. But obviously, when I can, within working hours and stuff, when I've got time, they do allow me to train. So I do appreciate the time they give me to allow me to do what I do.
Definitely, definitely, that's great. Okay, and so if you're on your round here and you haven't subscribed, please do so. Like the video if you do like it, and thanks for watching.